Good evening and welcome to day 18 of Bedtime Yoga for better sleep. This evening's practice is a low back love practice to release tension and stiffness from your lower back. You don't need any props for this practice, though we do have a couple of kneeling poses. So if you like a blanket under your knees and nose, you can have one nearby. Or if you like one under your head when we recline, that's where we're going to begin. So please lie down to your back. And like I said, you can pop a pillow or a blanket under your head if you like. And just take a moment to lift your hips up and gently release your low back down towards the ground. Take a deep breath. Fill up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And slowly exhale. Relax your shoulders. And gradually pull your knees in. You can go one at a time up towards your torso. And hold on to your knees, please. Begin to gently rock side to side with your knees. It can just be a small movement, just gently massaging your low back. And this can be straight side to side, or you can explore even a little circular movement too, big or little circles. If you do choose to circle, you can alternate and go the other way also. Just explore what feels good. Keeping your breath nice and easy. And bring your knees in towards your torso, straight up the center, and exhale all the way. And as you inhale, lift the knees into your hands and just feel how your pelvis position changes. As you exhale, you'll roll low back down towards the ground as your knees come in close towards you. And as you inhale, feel that change in position, slight lift in the low back. Exhale, pull them in. And just do this a couple more times at a pace that feels good to you. If you can, match your breath and movement. One more, please, Yogi. Lovely. And you can place your feet back onto the ground. Take another full breath, as if you could fill up your belly and your low back with this one. And exhale. Relax as best you can. I'm going to make our way gradually over to the side and all the way over to a kneeling pose. As mentioned at the start, if you like support cushioning under your knees, just slide a blanket or a towel under them. And continuing to gently move your back, let's begin some cats and cows. When you breathe in, look forwards, lift up your tailbone, and let the lower belly drop down. As you exhale, reverse that, draw the navel up and chin in towards your chest. When you inhale, lift your tailbone and your head up again. When you exhale, scoop the tailbone down. And let this ripple up your entire spine. If you're feeling a lot of low back tension, you might go a little slower. Just really gently. Please take 2 more of these. Come to a more neutral position for your back. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back to your knees. And start to lift up and into a dangling pose at the back of your mat. So that's when your knees are quite generously bent in forward fold. And you can do a halfway lift just to get you a bit of space as you come up from kneeling. And relax back down. Like I say, keep a generous bend in your knees, your feet at least your hips distance apart. Rest your hands on the floor. If they don't comfortably touch the floor here, just go near a chair or some blocks or a table that you can put your hands on and relax your neck. And just gently let the weight of your head do the work here as you send your breath as low and deep as you can. And start to crawl your way back out of this, back to your kneeling posture. Now your blanket under your knees might work against you at the moment, so make it work for you. You might just slide it out to the side. And slide your feet off to the right side of your mat, come down to sitting. So your feet are off to your right side and you're sat kind of on the outside of your left hip. Now you can keep your knees stacked on top of each other here, or you can separate them so your left foot rests on the right thigh. Sit up nice and tall and begin to rotate to your left. And you can gradually start to make your way down to your forearms here, coming into a version of deer pose. The more you move your torso to the left, the deeper the pose will become. So you can always move to the right if you started out a little bit too deep there. Make sure the legs feel comfortable. Just check in if they feel bound up anywhere. Wiggle them. Let them be relaxed. You might be comfortable on your forearms. You might rest your head on your hands. You even have an option in this pose to intensify by reaching your right hand away from the right hip crease. So it's going over ahead of the torso and slightly to the left to pull a little bit more room into the waist. Really honor what you've got going on tonight. If that doesn't feel good, remain supported by your forearms or even a little higher. Make sure you can breathe, let that be your guide. If you're gripping in the glutes or the legs, can you soften that even just a little bit? And we'll climb our way back up to the hands. Along the way, release your right leg and stretch it all the way towards the end of your mat there. Sit up tall and slide your left foot into the inner right thigh. If you have your blanket and like to sit on it, you can do, as we're going to take a fold here, Janushasana. And breathe in and sit tall. Your chest faces your right foot. Start to fold forwards on your exhale. Just until you feel a stretch. And then relax what can be relaxed, the jaw and the eyes. Keep your breath flowing deeply. What I sometimes find interesting, if I have a lot of low back tension, is to explore the different ways I can fold. And usually for me, going towards the outside of the leg with both hands can often access just a little bit of stretch in the places that get bound up. If that feels too much, keep your hands either side of the leg or even to the inside. Just do what feels good. Now we'll carefully rise back up, squaring ourselves up, and slide your foot in. We'll bring the knees up. We're going to take this the other way, so both knees will go to the right, and you can keep them stacked, that's okay. Or you can slide the left thigh onto the sole of your right foot. Sit up, breathe in, roll your shoulders down, and start to rotate around to the back of your mat, or the back of where you are. Lower down onto your forearms. So you've rotated to the right, come down onto each forearm, and then just check in with your legs. How do you need to move them to make this just right? Remember, if it feels a little bit too much, move your torso to the left. If you've made your way into the pose and you do not feel a sensation you're looking for, move your torso to the right. If you found that just right position, find a little contentment and breathe. Remember, you can always take it a little deeper if you want to by stretching your left hand out away from your torso and creeping it a little bit to the right. Rise back up and around to the left as you do. Along the way, unhook your left foot and straighten the leg out. So you'll end up sitting, facing towards your left foot, with your right foot tucked into your inner left leg. Rise up on a breath in, roll your shoulders down, and start to lean out over your left leg as you exhale. Just go as far as feels just right, no force, not needing to be anywhere. When you feel that first bit of stretch, pause and breathe. And just like I did on the other side, I invite you to explore if you want to. Maybe trying the hands outside of the leg. Or maybe they both go to the inside. And bring your hands back to middle and sit your way back up. We'll complete our practice this evening with a child's pose. And I know that child's pose doesn't feel wonderful for everybody, so you have the option of turning your child's pose upside down, which is how we started, lying down with the knees in, or even a seated child's pose, which is pulling the knees in relatively close and holding on with the hands or the forearms. If you want to take a kneeling child's pose, bring your knees and shins to the floor. Knees relatively close if you're able to, but wider will give you more room to breathe. And walk your hands out, resting down. Balasana. In whichever iteration you chose, your intention is to breathe down towards your low back. Let your exhales be nice and slow. If you need a little bit longer in your child's pose, feel free to remain there as long as you like. And if you're ready to complete your practice, you can make your way up to kneeling or to a comfortable seat. And bring your hands to a prayer position in front of you. Take one more full breath in, please. And out. Wishing you a restorative night of sleep, yogi. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this Bedtime Yoga for Better Sleep class. For a whole month of Bedtime Yoga, be sure to check out the series. Until next time, good night.